USDA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Throwing, Jones. Completes it to Watt. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Jones. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this throw will be intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 30. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The give is to Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. But they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup there on the run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes. Up and good. It's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call. and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give to Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Harris. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 79 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. It's Miller, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll try the right side with Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 26. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Escape. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And Boswell's kick is good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going up top for Miller. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Scotty Miller.
As the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Point after up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive,
as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Looking to throw. Jones.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
He's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done. They'll
set up a throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again. Airing this one out for Evans. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll toss to Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. Jones. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his third touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. The point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
103 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris,
his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Ronald Jones, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they take a knee. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. And they will take a knee here. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.